the night when Jesus was betrayed, as these 4 signs of 4 night watches of the Passover night. This night is paralleled into this night. Okay? Then the time when Jesus was on the cross and it goes dark for those 3 hours, and Jesus gives up his spirit at the end of the night, which is the morning twilight, when the darkness finishes and then goes back into daytime, or you could say morning. This is here. This is paralleled into this night. Okay? Especially because we have the morning twilight being here. Now, in the Old Covenant, they were to sacrifice the Passover lamb at the evening twilight, which is when the daytime was ending and the nighttime was beginning. So that was here just before, well, you could say just at 6 p.m. Okay? So that is obviously a split moment of time that happens. And that's why it's significant that the split moment of time that happens in the New Covenant is at the morning twilight, which is here, and then it's here. Okay, which is July 2019. So what I wanted to say really and emphasize is that whatever has gone before is there so that it can prepare us for now. So when we look at this night, we're looking at it through the lenses of what happened in the first Passover night, on the night when he was betrayed, and also on the time when he was on the cross. Okay, so we've got the blood moons, so we can understand what goes on. Obviously, they were watching and praying in the second night watch between 9 and midnight. And then the betrayer arrived at midnight. And then Jesus was arrested and taken to the religious leaders and questioned. So it was a very dark time from midnight onwards. Okay. And then obviously what we have is we have the morning twilight here happening here. Okay, so this is what that is. Now, what I wanted to show you today is obviously, this is obviously the darkness paralleled over with the time when Jesus is on the cross. Goes dark between obviously the blood moon and the twilight, morning twilight. And then that's paralleled over with that, and that's the times, the actual times of the lunar eclipses, with the paralleled over with the night watches. But this is what I wanted to show you today. When I mentioned the fact that Barack Obama made 2 applications, each being in at the beginning of each term, to repeal the 22nd Amendment, this is what that is. I just wanted to show you that because, you know, when I talk about it, I don't think people really understand that God has made this aware to me for a reason. And I think he made it aware to me back in 2014, I think, at the beginning of this timeline work. This was when I found out, but it wasn't the 2013 one, it was the 2009 one. So obviously the 2013 has replaced the 2009. So there's only one now showing, but there was one in 2009. So this has obviously replaced that. So this, you know, has only been introduced. It hasn't been actioned yet. And yet it hasn't really been objected to either. So this is why I believe that it is going to be actioned for midnight, for Barack Obama to return into office at the midnight hour. Because if you look at this blood moon, okay, that happens on the 21st of January, but it's also going to be seen in the evening of the 20th of January in America. So that will be seen in America when, you know, inauguration would usually take place. So a blood moon happening right across America, and the United Kingdom will also see it, happening at midnight is a sign, anonymous sign. So that is why the Lord revealed to me that for some reason it was been made known to me that he's made those two applications to repeal the 22nd Amendment. And I'm not an American, I'm British. So it's not something that I go looking into. And yet somehow I came across it. And I found it back then, and I found it ever since. So that's why we need to get ready for midnight. And what we've learned in the last 4 years of our lives, we can also take into this time period. You might not have been faithful to the Lord in the last 4 years. This is the time now when you can truly repent and put everything into practice that you've learned. All those mistakes can be redeemed just simply by learning from them. So I hope this video has encouraged you today just to see the importance of knowing that this timeline needed to have the progression. Even though so many people have despised the progression and said, oh, you've said it would happen here and it didn't. You said it would happen there and it didn't. You're a false prophet. You keep giving so many false rapture dates. At the end of the day, this timeline is really, truly showing us and leading us up to this great big ending. So we needed everything from the beginning. We needed this all. And really, everything is pointing to the morning twilight of July 2019. But you need to be getting ready now for January 2019 so that you can be strong and that you do not deny the Lord between January 2019 and July 2019. God bless you. Have a great day.